And welcome back to the Eversley Indoor Cricket Centre for the third innings of this test match where Alex's 11 are up against it. They trail by 171 runs after the first innings. Alvin Sathya, it's been all about him so far. Best figures with the ball and a historic double century with the bat. Alex's 11 going out now with their captain at the crease to see if they can claw something out of this game. And Dan's 11 pressing for a much needed victory in the series. It's worth mentioning. Temperatures have dropped. It's nicely played and the skipper's underway. On drive. Yeah, timed it really well. Important innings this for Smith. Needs to lead by example, needs to show some fortitude for his team. He's had such a poor series with the bat. Gets right behind that and the first over's down. 4 for none. To fail, almost doing the same. That's confident. That's nicely played. Chapman's off and running. Well, that'll do him the power of good. Good bit of batting that. Yeah, that's lovely. Lovely strike from Lewis Chapman. Oh, and he's got him fencing at one where there's an appeal. I don't think he's got near it. Didn't appear to be any bat on it. Didn't appear to be a noise. Sathya didn't really go up. The call was more from behind the wicket. Yeah, you can't really tell from that angle, but it doesn't look as though he's got near that. That's driven. And another boundary. Well played, Lewis Chapman. Looks in decent touch here. Seems to be a more confident version of Chapman that we're seeing here, which hasn't always been the case in this series. He's played that lovely. Called him through this time. Oh, where's the arm? Oh, I think he would have been gone. It's Dan Mears down at fine leg. Bold running. Don't really need to take risks in this situation, but they took one there and Chapman survives, but I think he would have been gone with a direct hit. That's in the air. Caught it. Gone. Chapman's gone. Oh, well, what a shame for Lewis Chapman. He was just starting to look confident. Looked in decent touch, but that's a bit of a freak dismissal. I think it's just got big on him. Yeah, it's a good catch from Alvin Sathya. I think it was a one-hander down there. Just tried to leave it, may have tailed into him. Well, now they're just asking Lewis Chapman to stay on the field for a moment. I'm not sure what the discussion is, but Chapman hasn't left. I think the discussion here that the umpire wants clarified is whether Sathya touched the boundary. The boundary netting behind him, whether he leant on that in taking the catch, in which case this will be given as a 6. Square leg umpire giving his input as well. Looks as though the verdict is going to be out. I think the original decision was out. I think the umpire is just checking with square leg. Square leg cannot have had a good view of that from where he's sitting. So I think it will be down to the on-field umpire to make the final decision here. And we'll see which way he leans. It's not been without controversy this series. And it looks like he's given it out. So Chapman's going to go. It is 19 for 1. We'll have another look. I don't think we're going to see, yeah, you're not going to see it from that angle, but you can see it just tailed into him a little bit, and that's what's done him. Got a bit big. Sathya takes it cleanly there. Ball's under control. Oh, very hard to see. Tough call. Tough call. Hard to say, but I think they've got that right. I think that's probably the correct decision, and Chapman has to go. It's a shame. He was just looking confident. No real intent from Smith, but he'll happily take the boundary. Oh, some intent behind that one, though. Played that well. Comfortably Smith's best scorer of the series now. Yeah, put his weight through that. Nice follow through. Dan's 11 will be happy to be on the board, and that's 6. First ball, Rob Maguire. Doesn't lack for confidence, if nothing else. Don't think he's middled it. Looked a little bit more top edge with the bat. Oh, that's going to be another boundary, 4 this time. Well, Rob Maguire's not wasting any time getting going. That's a beautiful shot. He's played that really well, actually. Good over this, though, from Terry Dursley so far. That's 4, though. Nicely timed. Desperate to make an impression with the bat. Not been able to do so up to now. Oh, he'll take advantage of that one. That's 4. Oh, he smashed that, though. That's a loose delivery, and he won't miss out on that. 50 up for Alex's team, and that's crept up on us quietly. Without really playing a shot in anger, Smith's moved to 28. Bludgeon that. That's a good first 10 for Alex's team. We got the result. Oh, middled that one. That one's nicely played. Kept that down. 4 runs. Suspect it will look good from this angle. Yeah, well played. Classy, that. Good player through the offside, Maguire. Oh, that's nice. That's lovely. Well played, Rob Maguire. Have another look at that. Yeah, that's beautiful. Really confident. Really classy. Stylish bit of batting. Oh, he smoked that. That's 6. Hit the cover off that. Well, he looks in good touch, Rob Maguire, as he's done throughout this series. Middled that. It was a loose ball from Bogaretti, in fairness. But you still got to put it away, and he does it so confidently. And leans into that one as well. Another lovely shot. Alex's 11 well on top of this game now. Deficit is less than 100. Maguire defends, and we're going to go down to tactical talking points now and have a look at the man of the moment. Well, we've praised the bowling of Alvin Sathya throughout this series, and rightly so, but one area that he can improve is his bowling against left-handers. There's a marked difference in this series between the way he's bowled at right and left-handers, and we're going to look at a couple of reasons why that might be the case. From a batsman's point of view, we're going to take a delivery against Alex Smith in the second test here. What Smith has to look at when Sathya's running in. Sathya is very quick, you need all the clues you can get, and when he's running in, once he gets to his gather, Smith trying to pick the in-swinger or the out-swinger has got very little to go on because that ball is tucked right in to the umpire and the stumps. There's a lot going on in that small pocket of space, whereas Rob Maguire, the left-hander on the right of the screen, has a clear line of sight. So for a start, the left-handers have more to see when it comes to Sathya's release and what he's going to bowl. If we skip that on to our next point, the point of release, again, one of the reasons he's more successful to right-handers, he gets in very, very close to the stumps. Everything is straight. Everything is going to be targeting the stumps and giving you nowhere to hide. Whereas to left-handers, he jumps well outside of the crease, gets it outside the batsman's eye line, and makes it easier to leave the ball outside of stump and easier to see it all the way onto the bat. So that's something for Alvin Sathya to look at, and that may be one of the reasons why he's been so much more successful to right-handers than he has to lefties in this series. Played across the line at that, but played it well. Didn't totally middle it. Really positive innings from him after his duck in the first innings. You couldn't blame him if he'd gone into his shell, but he's really taken it on. Shown great composure as a frontline batsman. On to 40 now. That's 6. And before you know it, he's on to 46. Have a look at this one again. Low full toss. Didn't overhit it. Timed it really, really well. Played with the intelligence and composure of a frontline batsman. And that's been what's been most impressive about him, Maguire. Rather than the actual runs he scored, it's the way he's gone about it. He hasn't looked like what he is, a bowler who's been over-promoted. He's looked like a batsman. And he goes to 50. Really, really good again from Rob Maguire. His second 50 of the series, second in successive tests. Really, really good knock from the left-hander. Brings up the 100 as well. 103 for 1. Well, 18 off that one from Crowther, and Rob Maguire goes to a half century. Starting to get used to that feeling, Rob Maguire. Made 40 in the first test, 50 in the second, and 50 again here. And it's the third test in a row where he's led the way really with the bat. Oh, that's a lovely shot. Oh, that's the best shot Smith has played in this match. Possibly in this series. Really picked that one up. Timed that beautifully. Sathya coming in quick. Big contrast in the first two balls of this over. And again, it's a ripper. Quite a magnificent over, this one. Oh, and again, another ripper. Well, what a terrific over from Alvin Sathya. Yorker length, just exposing a gate. Oh, rolled his wrist on that, though. That's 4. Well played again from Maguire. And that now means that for the third successive test in this series and the 4th test in a row overall, Rob Maguire has beaten his career best score. It's quite an astonishing rise from him. And it's Aaron Bedetor now. Well then, umpire says no. Maguire didn't look too concerned. That was a strong appeal though from Dan's team. Evidently feel there was something worth shouting about. I think the noise might have been bat on floor. Whoa, it's a tough one. You can see why they've gone up for it. Oh, that's timed even better. Brilliant shot. Been a feature of this innings. They've gone short to him. And he just doesn't miss out. A lot of class in that. Understated kind of batsman. That's another lovely shot. So good through that offside. And he's just starting to motor now. Just a sense that Alex's 11 feel that this game is theirs now. They've got this home and dry. And these two... still work to do. They're not completely out of the woods, but there's just a sense that these two are feeling confident now. And another maximum. Well, he's taking them on now, Rob Maguire. Brilliant finish to that over. Short again. Can't keep bowling there to him. That's timed a lot better. Another boundary. Just a little push. His great asset, Rob Maguire, is that he never really goes hard at the ball. Plays it late. Doesn't force himself into anything, and as a result, he very rarely overhits. Don't see him get caught a lot. Another boundary. I think this one will look good on the replay. I think he's timed this one well. The first one in that region was a thick edge, but that's beautiful. That's a guy. That might even be the shot of the innings from Rob Maguire so far. Lovely, lazy flick of the wrist. And he's leathered that. Good driver of a ball, Smith. It's one of his strengths. We've not really seen it today. He's played with a lot of discipline outside off stump, but that was a low full toss. Nice follow through. And that is 50 for the captain. He will feel it's long overdue. But we're just finally starting to see some form in backyard cricket from Smith now, and he gets there with a maximum. Just an extension of the shot he played earlier. Lovely strike. And a maiden backyard 50. And again, yeah, just a sign that they are opening up now, these two. Had a bit of a swipe at that. Played it well. Well, that's a tidy 50 from Smith. And when you consider the context, he's come into this innings off the back of 5 successive single-figure scores and facing a 171-run deficit. This has been an innings of character and an innings of fortitude, and much needed for him, much needed for his team. And this has probably gone some way towards making sure that they secure the series here and now. You would feel that these two have done enough now, that they've got the series in the bag. 2-0 up with 1 test to play. Dan's 11 needed to take wickets. If ever there was a time the captain had to stand up, it was now. And he's done so. Good knock, that. Won't be the priority for the moment though. Well, if Rob Maguire keeps playing like that, then there will be. He's into the 90s. It's the 150 partnership. And this is new territory for Rob Maguire. Never made a century in any form of cricket. Oh, that's nicely played. 6 more. Finds himself on 98. Never made a century in any form of cricket. Probably not even on the PlayStation. So it's all about holding his nerve now. Can he do it? Oh, he absolutely can. And it's a shame again. We saw this with Sathya, a scoreboard error. The scoreboard has him on 98. But either way, he's got there now. Bit of a shame that the scoreboard error took the original moment away from him, but Rob Maguire wouldn't have known that. This will be all too real for him. What a special moment for a bowler who's never made a century in any form of cricket to come up the order to number 3 for this series. And within 3 tests, we're looking at the 2nd ever backyard century and the 1st of his career. What a brilliant moment, what a brilliant innings. Absolutely fantastic. And let's sit back and enjoy some of the shot play from a quite magnificent 100. What an outstanding innings. Taking it all in his stride. No big celebrations. Understated kind of batsman, Rob Maguire. Does not show a lot of emotion at the crease. But a classy knock that. 63 balls. Been good again today, Dan Mears. Without reward. Oh, that's a good one. Well, he's just got Smith second guessing a little bit here now. I've not really bowled at him. Oh, that's a beauty. And I think he's dropped that. It's a boundary. Well, that is a top class over from Dan Mears. Just lifted the energy levels around here a little bit. Might be too little too late. But if they can get a couple of wickets, it's not out the question that they're still in this game. And that will be a big disappointment to them. Smith dropped on 58. Oh, nailed that. 6 more. Hasn't missed out on anything today, Rob Maguire. Tails up, Dan Mears. Oh, and it's another good ball to start with. And gets behind that. And a bit of aggression in the arm as well. Really come to life here, Dan Mears. Oh, and another good one. Well, this is quality bowling. But let's have a look at these 2 overs from Dan Mears again. Absolutely draw. The rule being everybody has to bowl 1 over before anyone can bowl again. And most of the time that leads to a unique and enthralling form of cricket. But every once in a while that rule just costs us, and I think that's the case here. It would be fascinating to see Mears have another 2 or 3 overs at Smith here. Been absolutely top class in that spell, Dan Mears. But ultimately Smith has survived. Concentration has been disturbed, but Mears had him dropped. Bowled brilliantly. It's a shame we can't see him now for another 9 overs. Well, they're going to go. Let's with the arm. What's the decision? Gone. Wow, it's brilliant from Callum Letts, but how much of that wicket is owed to Dan Mears? Broken Smith's concentration, just a fraction, with a brilliant spell of bowling. Smith will have just started to relax from getting through that. He's late to get going, wasn't backing up. I think he's going to be gone here. Yeah, well short. Brilliant arm from Callum Letts, but some of the credit for that dismissal has to go to the captain, Mears. But it's been a good innings from Smith. Found himself some form. His first score of note in backyard cricket, and he's all but secured the series win for his side here. He's gone for 58, 206 for 2. Not quite safe, Alex's team. Oh, he's gone. Ricky Borrett's gone too. Oh, that's a good nut from Sathya. The slightest gap between bat and pad. Quick enough and good enough to exploit it. Well, how has that gotten through there? Bat's come across himself, Ricky Borrett. He makes his first ever duck in backyard cricket. Well, has he nicked that? Pretty sure he's got a nick on this. This could be another drop. Yeah, it is. It's carried. It's Yusuf Sharif with the gloves, and Maguire gets a life. Well, that could be a key moment. That could be a key moment. With the lead being just 39, with Maguire out and 2 new batsmen at the crease, suddenly this game is open. Is that the last chance? Well, how typical is that? Brilliant umpiring as well from Elliot Fox. Well, if Dan's 11 had any chance of getting a result from this game, it has probably just been snuffed out with that drop catch. The last chance, the last hope they had has probably just fallen out of Yusuf Sharif's gloves, and that'll be a shame for Dan's team. And we're going to head back down now to tactical talking points. Rob Maguire's batting has been the surprise package of this series, and in this video we're going to take a little look at how clear, decisive planning and strong footwork has been the foundation to Rob's success. He doesn't get particularly low in his stance, but let's have a look at his strike points in this innings. This is against the fast bowlers, and you'll notice that he doesn't defend anything above his waist. All his defence is done on the front foot. Anything shorter than that he attacks or leaves alone. Not much difference in the balls he chooses to attack or defend on the front foot, which shows he's reading it in the air and playing by what he sees. This is an example of how far forward he gets. Strong footwork down the wicket off Dan Mears, and when playing off the back foot, he rocks right back and plays it under his eyes. Nothing at all attacked in Geoffrey Boycott's famous corridor of uncertainty, the danger area between chest and shoulder. Against the spinners, it's a slightly different story, and you can see he's much happier allowing the ball to come to him. Plays it a lot later, and again, more balls in and around the crease line than there were off the fast bowlers. And very happy to play the ball late and wait for his feet to react to it. He trusts his footwork, and we'll see here again, his first movement is back, and then he plays it under his eyes to cover. Whereas when it's short, he gets right back and plays it a lot finer. And yet again, the key here, nothing in that danger area, the corridor of uncertainty. So that's why Rob's been such a revelation in this series. He's been clear and decisive in his plans, and he's got strong footwork, and that's what has allowed him to have such a productive series at number 3. Going to be Crowther early in this rotation. And 4. Oh, that's a nick. Yeah, he's nicked that. 4 runs in the gap. And 4 more. That's lovely. Just a push from Maguire. Not really been too imaginative. That's going to be 4. Lovely shot. Well played that. That was a bit of a baseball swipe. Yeah, he's leathered that. Been brilliant, Terry Dursley. Such a great character. He's added so much fun to this game. It's another boundary. Such a classy player when he's in rhythm. And that's another sign of that. Hit that well. That's a nice hit. I think that's gone all the way, is it? And yeah, brilliant again from the umpire. 6 more, 260 for 3. That's nicely played. To fail again to Saeed. Oh, that's a good one. That moved. That's 4. Well played, Saeed. Clever knock, different tempos throughout, and he's gone for that, and that's 150. Yeah, they're off and running. 4 from Saeed. Clear signs now. The lead is 123 at the moment. Most likely outcome seems that they'll probably be looking at 150, 160. And that'll leave around 35 minutes for Dan's team. That's well fielded. So I think that's the message. Well bowled that from Bogareddy. Saeed just fell away on that shot. Oh, it's in the air and gone. Well, I don't think they're going to declare just now. Lead is probably not sizable enough, so we'll probably see Elliot Fox come to the crease. Saeed has played well, looked in good nick in this test match, and he's gone playing for the team there. I think that's a sure sign as well that there is a declaration coming. If Smith was serious on batting out the rest of this game and ensuring the draw, then you would think he would have sent in Elliot Fox. So I think this is a sign that there is a declaration on the way. It's just a matter of when. Lead is only 123. They'll want a few more than that. It's taken a little while, but we are off and running. Ah, it's 4. Oh, what a lovely start for Rob Woodward. That's brilliant. Started his first innings with a 6 and then got dismissed second ball. He'll be hoping for better this time around. That's a lovely shot to get going. Great moment. That's brought a smile around the ground, that. Really tries hard, improving all the time, Rob Woodward. Only new to the game. It's in the air and gone. Almost a carbon copy of Saeed's dismissal. Called at point. To fail again. Good set of hands. Well, yet again, Rob Woodward. Boundary off his first ball and gone off his second. Good fun. 302 for 4 is a remarkable score, that, and considering 2 of those wickets were declaration hitting in the last over, they were 300 for 2. Maguire smashes another one down the ground. Quite extraordinary venue for batting, this one. Seen it all the way through, but even in the context of this game, this is some performance from Alex's team. Third innings again, it's been their specialty. Another boundary, Rob Maguire having the time of his life out there. Been magnificent. That's well fielded from Gurpal Singh. That's the end of the over. Leader's 139. And it looks like that is the declaration. Well, that's come a little earlier than we expected. Thought they were going to go on and look at 150, 160, but they've declared. That's a very, very bold declaration. Not entirely certain how many overs are remaining in this game, but Dan's 11 are going to have 140 to chase, and they're going to have enough time to make it a real possibility. Fascinating declaration, that. That's a positive move for the game. Alex's 11 are closing on 310 for 4. Rob Maguire, 166 not out. Well, that game had started to drift until a very positive declaration has brought it back to life. Dan's 11 are going to need 140 to win. And for Alex's team, yet again, their batting in the third innings has got them out of trouble and put them at an advantage in the game. And Rob Maguire led the way, 166 not out. The second backyard Cricket England century in our history, and he was quite magnificent. Mostly kept company by his captain. They shared a BCE record, 187 partnerships. Smith played well for his 58, and now Saeed dug in for a few as well. From a bowling point of view, the pick of the bowlers, the captain, Dan Mears, brought the game to life with a brilliant 2-over spell at Smith, and there were also decent contributions from Alvin Sathya, Callum Letts and Yusuf Sharif, and a couple of wickets for Vamsi Bogireddy at the end. So this game very delicately poised now on a knife edge. We haven't yet got confirmation of how many overs there are going to be, but Dan's 11 will require 140 to win. Fascinatingly poised. Make sure you join us for the fourth innings. Thank you for your support here at Backyard Cricket England.